One second, somebody is in lobby. Yeah, shift, reduce, parsing. So it is one of the important topic. So in this again you will understand what you mean by shift reduce parsing and what are the conflicts or the problems which will occur in shift reduce parsing. You should join within 9 or 9:5 maximum. You should not keep on joining. Okay, so here first listen, later you take down. Okay, here we have a shift reduce parsing. So this shift reduce parsing is a bottom up parsing. Okay, so here you will be using two things. One is the stack. Okay, another one is the input buffer. Okay, you will use two things. Okay, one is the stack, another one is the input buffer. So what the stack holds, it always holds the grammar symbols. Okay, in the previous class you have done that parsing, right, by using the stack. That means you have studied the non-recursive predictive parser. So in the non-recursive predictive parser you have used stack. So what the stack was containing, it was containing the grammar symbols. So here also same thing. In case of shift reduce parsing, we are going to make use of the stack. The stack contains the okay, and also we have this input buffer. So what this input buffer hold means, it holds the rest of the input string which needs to be parsed. So try to understand the difference here. In case of non-recursive predictive parser also you have used input buffer, but there it was having the input string which needs to be parsed. Okay. There it was containing all the input string, but here in case of input buffer, in case of this shift reduce parsing, so it contains the part of the input string it needs to be parsed. That means only the rest of the input string which needs to be parsed, that will be present in the input buffer. Okay, so I'm repeating. In case of shift reduce parsing, the stack is used. As usual, the stack will be consisting of the grammar symbols, so you will understand now how the stack will be used. And this input buffer will be consisting of rest of the input which needs to be parsed. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Manasa, so many are there, but none of them will not reply. Understood? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್? ಆರ್ ಯು ಸ್ಲೀಪಿಂಗ್? Okay, so in this shift reduce parsing there are four actions. So sometimes they will ask this question in the theory part also along with the problem. So as I told you, first listen, you later you take down. Okay, so in case of this shift reduce parsing there are four actions that will be taken in this bottom up approach. So the first action will be the shift. So can anyone guess what is shift? You have a stack here. So what is shift? What is the push operation? What the push operation will do with respect to the stack?
Add element into the stack.
Yeah, add element into the stack or push element into the stack. So here when we have a shift here, so the next input symbol will be pushed onto the stack. Next input symbol. Okay, next input symbol will be pushed onto the stack. Or next input symbol will be put onto the top of the stack. Or it is also called a shift. So here we have to explain with respect to the shift action. So you say shift next input symbol on, okay, shift next input symbol onto the top of the stack. So that is the first action that will be taken place in the shift reduce parsing. So the second action will be reduce. What do you mean by reduce? Yesterday you have seen the reduction. When you will be doing the reduction? Yes. Here we are considering the stack here. Okay. When we are considering the stack, okay, you check the top of the stack. If the top of the stack is matching with the body of the production, okay, if the top of the stack is matching with the body of the production, that means you consider that as the handle. Okay, that means whatever the symbol we have on the top of the stack, if it is matching with the body of the production, then you apply that production, or you replace that symbol what we have on the top of the stack with the non-terminal. Understood? Reduce means I am repeating, you check the top of the stack. Okay, what is the top of the stack symbol we are having? Okay, once it is matching with the body of the production, any of the body of the production, then what you will do, you will take the top of the stack is matching with the body of the production, then we say that that symbol will be replaced with the non-terminal. That is called as reduce action. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So in simple words, apply the production. Apply the production when the top of the symbol is matching with the body of the production. That means replace the symbol with the non-terminal, or replace top of stack. Okay, in shortly I'm writing TOS, top of stack, with non-terminal. Okay, so that is the second thing. Third thing here is accept. The third action here is okay. So what do you mean by accept here? When we will say the grammar is accepting the input string, third action part here is accept. What do you mean by accept? When you say the grammar is accepting the input string, you are doing the bottom up approach, right? Which symbol you have to reach on the top?
Start symbol.
Yes, start symbol. That means we will check that if the grammar is accepting the input string, okay, when we will be reaching the starting symbol of the grammar. That means if the grammar is accepting the input string, then that action is called as an accept, or else it will be reject. That means grammar is unable to accept the input string. Okay, that means you are not able to reach the starting symbol of the grammar while parsing. So that means it is called as reject, or it is also called as an error. Okay, a reject or error, that means input string is not accepted by the grammar. Understood all four actions? So I'm repeating. So there are four actions in the shift reduce parsing. One is shift the next input symbol onto the stack. Second one is reduce. On the top of the stack, okay, you will be having a input, you will be having a some symbol. If that symbol is matching with the top of if that input symbol, the top of the stack is matching with the body of the production, then you apply that production. That means you replace the top of the stack with the non-terminal. Okay, third one is accept when you are able to accept, that means the grammar is able to accept the input string. That means you are reaching the input starting symbol of the grammar. Then reject or error, that means you are unable to parse. That means the input string is not acceptable when you are unable to reach the starting symbol of the grammar. Okay, here the grammar is not accepting the input string. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, write the side heading as shift reduce parsing and write these four actions. Yes, is it over?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll solve the problem on this shift reduce parsing. So just I will take, anyhow you can remember shift reduce, accept and reject. This shift reduce will be coming first, later accept or reject. That means the last step here is accept or reject. Okay, so what I will do means I will take the new one. Okay, So do you remember that grammar what we have taken in the last class? Can anyone tell me? E is deriving.
E plus ERT.
1 second. Yeah, tell me. E is deriving.
E plus A.
E plus a star.
Plus T, ma'am.
Yeah, plus T slash T, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, understood. What is F? F is deriving ID. Opening braces ಇತ್ತ ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ.
Epsilon ID.
Yes, ma'am.
You have opening brace. One more. E ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will write. Okay, so this is the grammar we are having. For this grammar, now we have to write the shift reduce parsing. So input string, small input string will consider the ID star ID. Okay, not the big one. Why? Because it's easy to understand if you are taking the small one. Okay, so the input stringer is ID star ID. You have to check whether this input string is accepted by this grammar or not, and we have to assume that E is the starting symbol of the grammar. So in the case of shift reduce parsing, you can take 3 columns like this. First one is stack. First listen, later you take down. Next one is input buffer. Always it consists of rest of the input string which needs to be parsed. Okay, input. And here third column you can take it as action. That means in the action part you will mention you have 4 actions, right? Shift, reduce, accept and reject. So you will mention which is the step. Okay, so here initially what you need to assume here is you need to assume the stack. Okay, so stack you need to assume, in the stack you assume the dollar symbol indicating that it is the empty stack initially. Okay, now in the input buffer you take entire input string which needs to be parsed. Just now now what you will do means you just started parsing. So that means ID star ID you write the complete input string, and at the last, okay, after end of the input string you mention the dollar symbol. Why this dollar symbol is used in the input buffer means again to indicate that it is the end of the input string. Okay, you take the dollar symbol in the stack indicate the empty stack. Okay, at the same time you take the dollar symbol in the input buffer also to indicate that it is the end of the input string. Okay, in the action part you will mention what is the action you have done, shift or reduce or something like that. Okay, see here now the input pointer is pointing to this ID. This is the entire string you have ID star ID. You check ID, you take this substring ID. Okay, you check is it going to match with the body of the production. Okay, yes it is matching, right? F is deriving ID will match, but directly you cannot apply that production. First what you need to do means first you have to push this ID onto the stack, then only you should check with the body of the production. Okay, that means what, when you are going for a reduction, when we can go for reduction, when you will be observing the top of the stack. So what you do means the first thing you push this ID onto the stack. That means you perform shift operation. Okay, what you will shift, you will shift this ID. Why? Because ID is a one token, the star is a another token, and ID is this second ID is the another token. So for just for understanding purpose, you take the first ID as ID1 and the second ID as ID2. So here we know that compiler will be dividing this into the tokens. So there are three tokens here. ID1 star ID2, sorry, ID1 is the one token, star is the second token, and ID3 is the third token. So now what you do means you shift this ID1 onto the stack. Okay, that means what? Now observe here, in the first step you have only the dollar symbol. So in the second step you will be having a dollar symbol, and in the first step we are saying that we are shifting this ID onto the stack. That means now in the stack, on the top of the stack you will be having the ID. Understood? Understood the first step?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, take down. Take down step by step so that it's easy to understand.